Yes, yes.
Yes.
Welcome. We are
It's
here.
time. We're here.
Quaran-tainement.
Ow!
2020.
2020. It's up.
2020.
I feel like 2020 is like upside down days. So maybe it's going to be a quaran-tainment fail. I don't know. I hope not.
You look spectacular. Spectacular.
I am wearing hijab glamour. I love these sisters.
Okay.
There's some black sisters who make these hijabs. I love them. And a little Michaela Corning holiday caftan. Because
Nice.
it's the holidays.
I love it. I love
Because
it.
we Muslim
Very
and we're
festive.
celebrating the holiday. Yes, it's very
almost like a Christmas hijab, if you will.
Don't go there.
It's a smidge.
Okay?
It's a smidge.
The holidays is what I said.
Holidays.
I didn't say anything else about whatever you just said.
I apologize. Listen, we are here. It's your boy, Moses the Comic. I'm super excited to be here. I have my beautiful, my hilarious, my illustrious, my very festive co-host with me, Yaz Guru.
Hey guys, I'm so happy that you guys are joining us here live on Giving Tuesday, one of the most important days in the nonprofit sector, and ways that you can exponentiate your giving and make it so much more impactful. Yes, exponentiate. I made it up.
I figured. I've never heard that in the English language before.
I just feel like men can act so confident about things that they think are right that I feel like women need to start stepping up to the plate.
Oh, okay. Y'all can step up to the time to, change the oil in the car and bring the groceries in.
No. That's not what I meant. No. Those are man jobs.
Those are manly jobs. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I believe in the give and take in a relationship until it's taking out the trash. That's a man job.
Gotcha.
Do you get what I mean?
But it's Giving Tuesday. I figured you could give a little bit of your in-kind taking out.
I can give some of my charm.
Okay. Good enough. You don't have much of that, so we'll take what we have. Okay. Yes, I miss you. How have you been?
I miss you too. I've been good. I've been momming so hard. It has been it's been a lot. My son turned 4, which is incredible.
They only do that once.
They only do it once, and every single moment with him is like a joy, is what I meant. I was gonna say the truth. I was gonna say the truth, and then
some social workers watching tonight, so you want to speak love into him.
So, anyways, it's been cool. I've been one of these moms has been like watching other moms do the birthday parties incredibly, and then I knew that I couldn't do that, so I was gonna just try my best to just cobble it together. But you have moms now, and they're like monogramming things for people's birthdays. It's all on Zoom now. They're trying to impress each other on Zoom.
Yeah.
And I said, no, I'm going to have it in November, freezing weather outside, and I'm going to make it look festive.
Okay.
So that's what I've been up to. Just trying to sort of just survive. How about you?
Well, speaking of surviving, I have COVID. Let's throw that right out there at the top. Let's just go ahead and address the elephant in the room, if you will. Okay. I got the vid. You understand? I may or may not have gotten it from Spirit Airlines. I'm just going to throw that out there too.
Oh my God.
A flight. Okay. Now, pre-Spirit, I was healthy as a horse. Okay. Now, post-Spirit, if you will, I had a little vid all up in here. Now I'm over the CO. I don't have the co no more.
You're on the vid part only.
I'm on the vid part. Okay. That's really mainly the part where, it's some slight chills and I get to just really complain a lot. So my wife will do more for me. That's where the 19 comes in. There's 19 different excuses I have to be lazy.
I don't feel like you have to have COVID-19 to do that. I think men are just like that every single time they get sick. They're like, oh my God. Call the National Guard. Yeah. I can't. My head.
Right before this live, I needed another water. So I went into the room, did a whole production just to ask my wife to get me a water when I thought I could have really just went downstairs and got that myself. Probably. But she gets water so much better than me.
Yeah. And you were like, I've got the vid, honey. I don't want to give it to you.
Everything is vid. When she asked me to take why did not, put gas in her car? COVID, Why did I hog all the covers? COVID.
COVID.
Well,
Why am I farting? COVID.
That was actually Taco Vid, but that too, the Taco Vid. That was Taco Tuesday. That was last Tuesday. This given Tuesday, that was Taco Tuesday.
Well, Kevin Hart has called it the vid now in his new special. He calls it the vid. Do you know this?
I did not know
And
this.
and he said he wants to call it the vid because he wants to make it seem like it was as dangerous as HIV. So he wanted to be like, it is that
HIV
scary.
and VID.
Exactly. That's what he was thinking.
There.
So I really thought that
Vid.
I thought you were doing the Kevin Hart because you actually toured with Kevin Hart.
I have toured with Kevin Hart before.
Can we throw some mashallah on that?
How about that? I mean, can we get some snaps? First off, our viewers so far, where are you guys tuning in from? Can you type?
Yeah, start talking to us, y'all.
Yeah, we want to know where you guys are tuning in from. What cities are you watching from? What countries are you watching from? I just went live, man. We have people in there from Istanbul, from London, from all over the place. So where are you guys tuning in from? That's first and foremost. Secondly, yes, I toured with Kevin Hart. Great guy, man. Opened up a lot of doors for me. I didn't get COVID from Kevin, so let's just
thank God. You know, he had it. He
did.
He did.
Yeah, he's over that though.
He said he was one of the first people to get it, like Tom Hanks, but he wasn't as famous as Tom Hanks, so he didn't say.
And people been trashing his special. Let's talk about that for a second, okay?
Yeah.
Your comedy is subjective, all right? Not everybody's gonna like everything.
Right.
You've been crashing his special. What have you thought?
I actually really liked it because I felt like it was honest. I wanted him to go a little bit further. Like I felt like he was still restraining himself a little bit. It's like he was like leaving the joke for us, like going all the way to the edge, but not, fully diving in. He was like, I don't know what's gonna happen to me. And I'm like, I want you to like really like scorch earth policy this thing. I wanted him to like set it ablaze, but I thought it was funny because I can relate. It's a lot of it is about him being stuck in the house with his kids and his wife. Until for me, I was like, yeah, like, you don't realize who your children are
until you're stuck with
or your husband. Like, who is that person? And why do they always make that sound? Why do they always make that sound?
I'm done with kids. I really just that was a part of the big quaran-tainment part tonight. I wanted to do a fundraiser for people to actually pay me for my children.
Selling them.
Yeah, there's a lot of kids out there that they'll dress them up very nice and put them in nice little costumes and take cute pictures of them and put them online. And it's not predatory at all.
No.
It's more so just about really barter and trading, if you will. So
we are going to get arrested together.
Yeah, this is true. Our best offer, when you see that on like,
no.
Put a price there, and then I'm going to put OBO or best offer for them.
Or best offer.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just have to be out here, being honest about how terrible the situation is. Tell me, with the vid that you've got,
because
there are 4 strands, and everybody deals with them differently. How are you coping? By the way, we have someone from Central Illinois. Hey, what up, Jay?
Okay.
Jay,
I don't know what strand I had. I think I had the strand that turned Master Splinter from a rat into a martial arts expert, because I've noticed that lately I've been more fluid with my movement.
Okay.
And then
does that mean that you have diarrhea?
That too. That was
when you said fluid with your movements, that's kind of where my mind went.
That was code for I've had violent diarrhea. However, whatever turned Master Splinter into a fighting machine, because if you're familiar with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh hell yes, of course.
Started out as just a generic New York street rat, if you will.
Right.
And he got into some ooze, and I think that ooze was one of the COVID strands, and that really kind of changed his life.
He became a sensei.
Thank you. That's the word I couldn't find. He became a sensei.
Look, we got people from Montreal. We got people. Yes. Isn't that cool? And then someone here trying to collab with Penny Peel USA from the Muslim Experience podcasting channel. Where are you at? Where are you at, Muslim Experience? Where are you based out of? Podcasting? Is it in your basement?
What's the Muslim Experience? Is that like bean pies and drinking Zam? Bean pies are actually only a Black Muslim thing. Have you ever had one of these?
Of course I've had bean pies because I went to school in Atlanta. And I absolutely love being around the fantastic MSA members from Spelman,
Okay.
the Atlanta University Center, and Morehouse, and they would sell bean pie sometimes on
So
Juma.
you've indulged in the bean pie.
I'm into it, man. I am so into it. I feel like they're so much better than like sweet potato pie. They're better than pumpkin pie. I like them. I prefer them.
It's a Black Muslim staple. So all my Black Muslims out there, we know what we can do with a bean pie. It's like a religious thing among, Black non-Muslims. Sweet potato pie is like the end all be all.
Right.
But amongst the Black Muslims, if you ain't got your bean right, okay,
right.
Now I happen to be an expert baker. I do a vanilla bean. Okay, I do a strawberry bean.
Oh.
And then I do my very favorite. That's bean. That's just
I see. Like a very beanie. Is that why you have the violent diarrhea? That's got to be it.
It has something to do with that. Absolutely.
That's got to be it. Muslim Experiences in Ohio. They're podcasting out of Ohio, not in their basement and not in a bunker.
Well, they're the only ones in Ohio because they have a population of like 6 people there.
No.
Yeah, unfortunately. Ohio.
That's why they control the elections, man. No, Ohio is powerful. It's a powerful place.
The only person that I've known from Ohio that made it out to become successive was Drew Carey.
Yeah. He's a famous Ohioan.
Well, you know what? Dave Chappelle lives there. He's not from Ohio, but he lives in Silver Springs, I believe.
He lives in Ohio, and he was raised there for a portion of his childhood with his father. So his father's from there, and it's a pretty interesting place. I think the reason you don't know anyone from Ohio is because they never leave. It's so damn good.
Okay, that's a nice way to kind of bring it back a little bit.
You know what I'm trying to say? It's just so good there.
Is it so good? Flights to Ohio are about 650.
We got like 2% Muslims in my area. That was way more than I had in Alabama, the Muslim experience. So thank you. We appreciate you.
I think you were the sole Muslim in Alabama when you were there, actually.
Well, we got another Muslim from Alabama on the show coming on in the midway point of this show. Athir Yaqub.
Is she Alabama?
She's from Birmingham, and I'm from Huntsville.
Okay.
There are 2 Muslims in all of Alabama, and they're both doing comedy. That just tells you how bad it was down there. The only way we could survive was to make people laugh so that they wouldn't kill us.
That's a sitcom. 2 Muslim women from Alabama.
Oh, we have look. So look, they're in Ohio, but the Muslim community is actually from England, and they want to give a shout out to their wife, Aiden. She's my rock. You know what? But shout out to you, husband, for being so loving that you are trying to shout out your wife as your rock. Shout out to all the good men out there who give props to all the folks, as the Prophet ﷺ said, he who does not thank people does not thank God. That was it. That was the end of my sermon.
I thought you were coming somewhere.
No, that's all I can do. That's as much khutbah that I can do.
Okay, because I thought you had a lot of like Islamic accoutrement, if you will.
That was just a little what is it called when you go to a really fancy when you go to a fancy restaurant, they give you a amuse bouche or something. Does anyone know what I'm talking about?
No one knows.
It's like a pre-appetizer. This guy Jay, you lived in Troy, Alabama for a year. That's amazing. Troy is a sad place. That's a sad place.
Yeah.
It's not.
I'm going to be a brotherly love. I'm broadcasting.
Philly.
Philly.
Big up to Philly.
The home of pretzels, the home of Meek Mills, Will Smith, Wilt Chamberlain,
yes,
Patti LaBelle, the sound of Philadelphia. Come on, the list goes on and on. Kevin Hart, Moses
Comic. You should be at the top of that list.
I wanted to start there, but I didn't.
Why would you not just be like, and me? I was born there.
I didn't want to be egotistical, but Philadelphia has produced some of the latest and greatest musicians, comedians, chefs, singers.
Oh my God. Big up to Philly. I can't lie. Philly's a bomb. I had that the cheesesteak there, cheese wit. There's cheese wit.
You had the wit and without?
Wit and without. I had it with.
Tourist steak. You never want to eat a tourist steak. Okay?
I just want to tell you that it was not halal, and I'm probably going to pay dearly for it.
No, not probably. That's number one. Number two, you got to go and eat at the places. This is a little life hack, okay? Go. If you want a good cheesesteak, you have to go into the place, and the first thing you want to look for, okay, it's not the quality of the meat, not the type of French fry. You want to look at the grease that they're frying.
Yes.
Okay, you want your grease to look like Pepsi. All right. You have to make sure that the grease looks like they're frying stuff in Coca-Cola. Okay.
Oof.
That's all. If the
It's
grease
got to look like an oil spill. It's got to look like BP did an accident
absolutely.
in
Because that's where
that
all the
kitchen.
flavor is. Okay, that grease ain't been changed in 6 years, and they got all that flavoring up in there. If
Yeah.
you can see through the grease, it's no good. You want Pepsi grease.
I think I actually vomited in my mouth.
Okay,
Like just thinking about
right.
what you just said.
That's
Like,
you want to go into the places that you don't want to pull the curtain back and see the kitchen.
I don't want to know what's in my hot dogs. I don't want to know.
I watched the hot dog making video and then I gave them up for about a day and I went back. I am who I am.
Oh my gosh. This is so great that we're here. We're here really because Giving Tuesday is such an incredible time. Penny Peel USA is making sure that all Giving Tuesday donations go to their campaign in Lebanon. As you all know, there was a pretty horrific explosion there in Lebanon that left many homes demolished. And Penny Peel USA has been rebuilding those homes one by one. They've already rebuilt 10 homes. They're rebuilding 30 more. You see my husband I see you in the mirror there.
Is he Lebanese?
Yeah, he's not Lebanese. Right there. Yep. And he's looking for the keys. Okay, guys? Sometimes you're married and sometimes they interrupt you.
I don't know how he puts up with you, and I almost want to start a GoFundMe for his mental health.
No, don't even say that. Don't say that.
I'm gonna say
he's always telling me, he's like, everyone's like, you have such a supportive husband. You have such a support, and I do. I have a very supportive husband. I'm very happy, just like this Muslim Experience guy is supporting his wife Aiden. But my husband also says consistently that he's like, look, girl, like you're my 401k. Like you are. I'm gonna make sure that you blow up like Cocoa Puffs so I could be a stay-at-home nanny.
You're his retirement plan.
Yeah, I'm like a man. What's a nanny? He's like a male nanny. I'm like, no, bro. If you just stay home with your kids, you're just a stay-at-home parent.
Yeah,
it's not a thing.
I like to still use the term babysitting when even though they're my children, I like to say I'm babysitting my kids.
Okay.
Some sort of autonomy where I can give them back at my discretion.
That's really smart. Yeah, because they're not yours.
Not really. They belong to God.
They belong to God. They belong to God.
That. When they call me dad, I'm actually like, I'm more like a loner. I'm on loan to you.
I love that. Yeah. Well, he needed the keys, so he was just in here. But the Lebanese people have been suffering actually far before the explosion put the country on the map, unfortunately, for this tragedy. But in Tripoli, it's alone, which is within Lebanon, over 60% of the people live on less than $1 a day. So we want to turn that around. You can go donate at pausa.org/Giving Tuesday to the Lebanese people for the Lebanese campaign. And they've already distributed Penny Peel USA has already distributed over 2,100 meal packets, food packets for people there to be able to have food. They've paid for countless families for 3 months of rent just to keep them going during the time. Hey, Farah, you're Lebanese. That's amazing. Yeah. Well, you didn't see him. He was in the mirror. If you were looking real close, if you were one of these crazy internet people that's like, I want to know what's in their home, you would have seen him in the mirror. But Farah, much love and respect to the Lebanese people, and we hope that your family's okay back in Lebanon. And that we hope that people here can find the generosity to give on this Giving Tuesday.
It is Giving Tuesday, right? And I also want to say that when you give, first of all, the adage goes that no one ever went broke from giving, right? There's no person that ever went broke from giving.
That's right.
It's like planting a seed. I always like to say it's residual barakah, because you plant barakah and it keeps growing. And it keeps growing as you do for people, and you help people that are in need and give them those resources. So it is Giving Tuesday. And a lot of this, there's so many orphans in Lebanon that's been affected by this crisis, right? And the Prophet Muhammad, may peace and blessings be upon him, he said on the day of judgment that those closest to him will be the caretaker of orphans.
And he said that we will be like this.
They'll be like this, all right? And he actually held his fingers up and showed that. So we want to make sure you guys can donate at pausa.org/Giving Tuesday. Every little bit counts. Don't
everyone
think $5, your $1, your $2. Every little bit counts, and it goes directly to the cause of helping the people in Lebanon. Okay, maybe Farah's family, maybe they even are there. They need some assistance.
Yeah, and you know, what's incredible about Lebanon is they've taken so many refugees from Syria, from Palestine. So it's a country that has been very generous with its very little space and very little resources. So let us try to find that generosity. Giving is receiving, absolutely. So we want to go to you know, our first guest today, Moses, and we're going to be playing some games tonight. It's going to be fun. It's going to be lit. Are you excited?
I'm super excited, first off, because I haven't been out the house. I've been quarantining. Like I said, I got
Right, and you actually have COVID.
And I actually have COVID, right? So I've been quarantining. So this is the Quaran-tainement show. So I'm excited because, you know, this is like the most social interaction because my wife doesn't talk to me. This is like the most interaction. I told her 6 feet and she took it literally and she moved like 6 houses down.
Oh,
so she's actually down the block. Okay.
Got it.
So this is the most interaction that I've had. So I'm super excited tonight because Miriam's a dear. She's amazing. Super talented.
Miriam Sobe is our first guest. Talk about it, Moses. Talk about her.
Well, Miriam, I came across Miriam some years ago. Okay, she does a lot of stage work. She does these one-woman shows. We performed together at an event in Chicago, probably last year or the year before last. And she's just amazing, man. The way she connects with the audience, her content. You know, I love comedians that can make you laugh by talking about like everyday nuance.
Right.
She's one of those types of people, man, that just really keeps you engaged.
Yes.
And not to mention, she owes me about $10. So
I'm happy you caught her.
The main reason why I wanted to bring her on to address her about the $10 and see if we can just settle that up now.
It's like catching a Pokemon.
That's it. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And I need my $10 because a lot of times people, they like to treat you like the $10 is not a big deal when they needed it. But then when you need it back, they're like, oh, it's just $10.
Right.
So,
right. They're trying to minimize what they owe you. Let's get Miriam on here. Let's break some kneecaps.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Hey, Miriam.
Hey,
what's up? How are you?
$10. That's news to me.
Oh, that platter when I was there, I think I bought you a shawarma platter and I never really squared up with you. So you can go ahead and cash app Moses the comic.
Okay.
Well, Miriam, it's funny that you said news to you. You do news with a bite. A fantastic show.
Yes, on and off.
Yeah.
You know, this COVID, it's like you feel compelled to create, and then you kind of go back to your little hibernation, and then you come back up again, and then you go back.
Yeah.
So.
Well, if we go to your IG page, we can catch all of the news of the bites that you've created, which are pretty freaking cool. You have a background in journalism, which I think is so interesting, but you are so funny. Just like Moses said, you sort of make the everyday come to life. And I wanted to just talk to you a little bit about your experiences as a comedian. I know that you have a journalism background and you're so smart with your comedy and you're able to talk about every current event. Could you talk to us a little bit about that transition from journalism to comedy? And then we're going to play a game.
Okay. All right. I'm in the hot seat. Let's see here. Transition to journalism to comedy. Well, here's the thing. I realized that I've always done comedy and performance from when I was a kid. You know, those stories. I was born doing this stuff, you know. But really, like, I've always done this stuff with friends since I was a tot. And I always wanted to be a performer. I always wanted to be in that realm, but I never saw it for myself. Obviously, didn't see myself out there. And nobody was like, yeah, Miriam, that's a great goal to have. Go become a performance person. So I took the roundabout way and I went into journalism because I was like, oh, storytelling, helping the community somehow, still kind of performing. All the TV didn't work out because of this. And then I was just kind of in radio for a long time, back and forth. And throughout all of that, was that a photo I was supposed to post for?
No, I keep talking, girl. I'm gonna just post. I'm gonna post while we talk.
Yeah. So I guess what was I saying here? Journalism. Yeah. While I was doing journalism, because I still have the performance stuff that I was always doing on the side in the background, I started taking improv classes to get over like stage fright and singing in public because I love to do that. That's a whole other story. I thought I was going to be an opera singer at one point in my life.
Amazing.
Very operatic, if you will.
That was just like, oh, I could be an opera singer. Like I could wear a dress up to here and put like a wig on and it would be totally halal.
Oh.
So that was just me denying that I just want to be an actor and a performer. You know, I was always trying to find like different ways. So anyway, long story short, decided to go full force at the end of last year and pursue the comedy and acting and everything and leave journalism behind because I was just feeling beat up and beat down by it. And then COVID happened and here we are.
How was COVID as an entertainer? How has COVID affected like just the industry for you?
I think on one hand, it was kind of a little bit sad because things were picking up really quickly when I decided to do this full time. And then COVID hit, and then I found a whole new community online in the Zoom world, people that I never would have met before. It was great to network with people that run shows all across the country, even across the world, that now I have a personal connection with them. So I'm like, hey, if COVID's gone, I could be like, hey, I'm coming to South Africa, for example.
Right.
So that's been a huge benefit because otherwise it was so hard if you're traveling anywhere to get onto shows if people didn't know you or have a connection of some sort.
Well, okay, so I really want to play this game with you now that I know that you want to be an opera singer.
No, don't test my skills.
What I want to know, Miriam, is if you can hum for us some songs. Okay. And me and Moses are going to try to guess what song it is. And It's got to be a song that you're moved by, something you like.
Okay. Well, how about this? I'm going to give you songs that were like in different phases of my life. Okay. So some of these may go way back. And if you guys know the Muslim community, back in the day when music was like super haram,
yes.
It was like, can they have the drums or no drums? You know, what team are you on? So there were some of these things. Percussion. Yes, percussion, no percussion, but it was like deaf or no deaf.
Exactly.
So you might remember some of these. And also as someone who grew up not listening to music, my parents didn't let us have music or television. And so, these were my little like companions, you know? So yeah, I'll start with the first song.
Okay.
See if you can guess it. Okay. I hope I don't laugh too much here. All right.
Even opera singers hum, Miriam.
Yes, I know. All right. Okay. Here we go.
I thought that was the tune.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God, who are you? I was thinking the CIS.
All right.
NCIS. طلع البدر علينا.
Yes.
That is so Muslim, Miriam.
Okay, that was like what I was allowed to listen to.
I love it. Started off with the nasheed.
Silent Night, and you were just being diplomatic. Silent Night.
So are you saying Silent Night is a copyright of Talal Badru?
I haven't implied it, but now that let's go there.
Okay, I don't know how many more you want me to do.
3, let's do 3 more.
Okay, so this one is really old school. Now this is, I don't know if I should give you a hint. This was like every gathering, people would bust out this song.
Okay.
Nasheed. Okay.
Another nasheed.
Yes.
This girl is so Muslim. Moses. I don't know what to do.
Okay, here we go. Maybe, I don't know if I can hum it, but it's like.
Oh my God, someone guessed Tala al-Badru alayna. Okay, yeah, you guys guess. You guys try to guess. You're going to need your help on this one because me and Moses are not going to know.
This is a throwback. This is like if you were a child in like the 80s, 90s, well, probably late 80s, early 90s. This was like the nasheeds that were out there, okay?
Okay. We were live.
It was like, someone would come up with their car and pull out some tapes out of their trunk and like hand them out. That's what I'm talking about, cassette tapes. All right. Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
God, you're such a good singer. Bismillah. That is the beginning of Bismillah. That's Yusuf Islam.
Yes, you got it.
A is for Allah, nothing but Allah. That is for the beginning of Bismillah. C is for?
That is for taqwa.
Taqwa. Because it was Alif Bata. I love how I was like C. I was like, what about C? Come on, Yasmin.
So, I thought it was Drake. I didn't know.
Oh man. Okay,
all right.
He got it. The Muslim experience is on top of it. Okay, let's third one. I didn't think I was gonna get it. I didn't think
I'm gonna do a Shazam next time.
This is the first music album I bought. scandalously, secretly, before my mom found it and broke the tape, but that's okay.
Happens.
Okay, let's see if you guys remember this. Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
Okay, I'm right
Come
there.
on, Moses. Come on, Moses.
I saw the sign.
Yes.
Open
Yeah.
up,
As I saw the sign, life
Okay.
is demanding
Okay.
with that understanding.
So you pretty much grew up as a young white girl. Okay.
Basically.
Type of direction in your life.
Miriam, that was my first tape too.
Oh,
Except
really?
My brother bought it for me. And my mom was like dancing with me. Ace of Base. They're called Ace of Base. I saw the sign. I love that this guy, Muslim Experience, knows all of these songs in the comments.
Oh, wow. Okay, so it was a Muslim Experience. It was like the gateway to like music.
Yes, okay, we're gonna go to the last song, and then we're gonna talk to you a little bit more. We're gonna play another game. Okay,
all right, so
comment, girl.
The last song.
Far across the window, my heart will go on. Titanic, Celine Dion.
Yeah.
Moses, come on now.
That's a pivotal memory in my mind because I watched that movie in Lebanon when I was visiting my relatives.
Incredible.
Did you take a Titanic type boat to get there?
I wish.
Well, I just
like flying, so I would have preferred that.
Moses, you just called her a white girl, and yet you knew it was Celine Dion. You knew it was Titanic. You knew it was My Heart Will Go On. I don't know if you should be throwing stones from your glass house.
I didn't say she was the only one that grew up as a young white girl. Okay, I never said that. Okay, yeah, that was the longest movie I'd ever saw. Fun fact about that movie: when I don't know what year it came out, but when I was
1997, I think
97. Okay,
I believe her. I believe her.
I went to see
that
that
so confidently.
Was that 97?
Okay. Yes, I'm gonna say yes. She's right.
Okay. I saw that like in the theater with my family, and it was the longest movie. That and like Malcolm X was the two longest movies I'd ever saw. It was like over 3 hours long, whatever it was, and I never forgot that scene. That just don't let go, Jack. And here's my thing: how selfish women are, because there was enough room. There was enough room on that little piece of bark.
Yeah.
For him.
No, they would have both sank.
He didn't have to die. Yes, he didn't have to die.
It was so that their love would go on forever.
She wanted to be warmer than him, so she let him freeze and drown instead of
taking turns. They could have taken turns.
They could have taken turns.
Thank you.
Oh, that would have been a 50-50 partnership.
Well, here's the thing. His heart didn't go on. Hers did.
It did not. I would have, is it bad that I would have just kicked him into the water?
Did you want his life insurance policy?
That's probably, yes. I would have made sure to take out
that heart of the sea. Why does she never? Because here's the other part about women. I love women. But then she never did.
That doesn't sound right. Don't let your wife hear you say that.
Okay, she's downstairs. So let's get to him. She not only let him die, the love of her life, but then she did the diamond, and she kept the diamond a secret for all those years when she could have been filthy, stinking rich.
Yeah. What does that tell you?
That women really, they don't know what they want.
Okay, I'll take that. Actually, I will take that. Yeah. They're not gold diggers. That's what that shows you. That she could have cashed out long a time ago, but it meant something more to her than mere mortal money.
Fair enough. That was a good one. My heart will go on. That was a good one.
That was a great one, Marion. So Marion, you said something that was kind of interesting that I kind of want to touch upon, which is that you were thinking about doing TV, but that this sort of stopped you, and you pointed to your hijab. Can you talk a little bit about that, and any kind of struggle that you want to share with us, especially to young viewers out there or people who can maybe relate?
Yeah, I mean, I hope I'm not going to be set up as a role model, because I'm still going through my own struggles with it and figuring out where I fit in with it. I think for me, like, it was just like, I wanted to be in television. I wanted to be in acting. I wanted to be in all this stuff, and I didn't see myself. But now that I'm a lot older and more established in my identity and the things that I want, like, I don't want to put this out there and people are going to be like haram police all over the place. But but I've come to the conclusion that for me, in pursuing acting and doing these types of things, for me, if I'm going to be in character, I'm going to do wigs and things like that where I'm still covering. And I went and I asked scholars. So do your own research, folks. Do what you got to do to find the piece within you. So I kind of found that as the way that maybe that I can sort of test out and see where it goes, because for me, my personal belief is like when Allah gives you talents, like you have to use them in some way, and maybe to do it in a way that obviously is still in line with morals and values and stuff like that.
Right.
So that's kind of where my mind's at these days. The news industry, like, I don't know. I was debating about that too. I was like, do I put a wig on and work in the news industry? I don't know. I'm not that inclined to that. I prefer to act as characters and do different things like that. But that's okay. Sorry, did I spill too much?
No, that's so. It's just no. Like I just didn't expect that answer. You know what I mean? It's live. This is live, baby. Let's do this. Well, I was just thinking about there are large portions of the Hasidic Jewish community, for example, that do cover, and they cover with wigs, and that's like people who are Chabad, for example, that follow a certain within Judaism, a certain kind of ideology and thinking. So yeah, that is like fascinating to me. And when you like first tried to go out on auditions and whatnot, did you feel like people were not casting you because of the hijab, because they saw it as a limitation? Okay.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, they're like, well, how can you play roles? And in my head, I'm thinking, well, that's true. Like I can only play if they write a Muslim character.
I got you.
How do you show a scene in the house? Like we wear scarves. Yeah. We take showers with them, like
yeah.
maybe you can get a hair body double they can shoot from behind.
Amazing. Yeah. I didn't even think about all that.
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, I think much about this, but
yeah.
So that's just kind of where I started thinking about this and just trying to make it work and trying to figure out how to do it in a way that I'm okay with and I'm at
peace.
That's so interesting. Just, hearing just the whole, the story about hijab. Recently, I was reading the post from, what's the supermodel's name?
Halima Aden.
Yeah, Hayden, talking about her journey with hijab and just being in an industry that I guess typically you don't see a lot of hijabi women, but just her journey of coming through kind of that self-actualization of compromising her morals and her integrities or different things, or letting people kind of like shift the narrative and the different ways that she wore it. And I was so fascinated and intrigued by it because I think just as men, I guess, we're so displaced from a lot of the struggles that Muslim women have with hijab and being in industries that are not just like, the years of just you're a housewife and you're at home and no one ever sees you, but within, law and business and entertainment and so many different industries where barriers are being broken, fashion, where barriers are being broken from women that wear hijab, man. It was so inspiring reading just her journey and coming to the point now where she's like, she compromised so much of that and she's getting back to the root of, of wearing hijab and what it means and what it represents. And so I think that's so fascinating.
Yeah. And I think a lot of it comes with time and experience and growth. I mean, if I look at myself starting in this industry 15, 20 years ago, you don't know what's going on. People take advantage of you. You're still trying to figure it out. And it's like, alhamdulillah, I feel like I'm at this point where it's like, I know who I am and what I want, and I'm not going to let people mess with me, but it can happen. You can get sucked in at any point in time, but there's just things I'm going to do and I'm not going to do. And I'm not going to, maybe go on auditions that before I felt like I had to. It's like, you go there and they're like, I had this audition where I went and in the other room, I see these like brown guys going in and I'm like, what's going to happen? They're all like, Allah Akbar in the room and shouting. And I was like, oh yeah. And they, what they cast me as? Pakistani mother of 40-year-old. And I was like, first of all, I'm not
the mother of a 40-year-old,
20-year-old son who is yelling Allahu Akbar in another room. So
it makes no sense.
I'm starting a change.com petition to get a Muslim woman Avenger. Okay, I think hijabi girl can be one of the Avengers in the next cohort.
Why not?
So cool.
Why not? I mean, with the costuming and stuff, like you could easily do this kind of stuff and still remain modest.
Well, we have a Marvel hero who is a Pakistani Muslim.
Yeah.
Yes. Did you know this? Moses? Yeah.
Who's this?
Miss Marvel.
Miss Marvel. Yeah. is a Pakistani Muslim, first Muslim superhero, and
She got a lot of bang showing. I didn't realize there was that much bang in Pakistan, but okay.
No, it's probably
a whole lot of bang, side bang, front bang.
I can't remember though, Mariam. I don't think she wears hijab.
No, Miss Marvel doesn't. I think she has a friend that wears it.
Yeah, she actually does. She actually does. That's what I'm laughing. I'm like, I don't actually think she wears hijab, but I
didn't marvel at the fact. It was a lot of bang.
Bangage.
No, I didn't know if she was.
It was a bang up job
on the team or not, if you will.
Yeah, well, I'm excited, to hear from you, Mariam, in kind of your experience and kind of your journey. Like Moses so eloquently said, from the male perspective, I think it's hard sometimes to understand the pressures that that young women feel to be a certain way or to represent themselves in a certain way that makes them potentially uncomfortable. And so it's great to see that you've got the wisdom, you have the time in the industry to kind of see like, okay, this is what I would not do and this is what I would do. Mm-hmm. And Halima's story is so inspiring to me personally. I feel like she is so much like a teacher of the generations. I really look up to her because I think that she was able to.
Because she's much taller than you, but please continue.
I'm 5'10", Moses.
I'm 5 and some change.
You are shorter than me, but what I was gonna say is that she's kind of incredible because she's a teacher to me because she's someone who said, okay, I have a lot at stake, but I'm still also willing to do what feels right.
Yeah, and
that is inspiring to me. Anyone that goes, I want to be like, and then puts the role model as the person that she loves. That for me is so inspiring. Like, I'm not going to actually hold anyone else as my standard bearer. My standard bearers are going to be the people that I love that are prophetic. That is like,
right.
So
I think it's hard also, just like the whole social media stuff where it's like, I feel like when you're younger, you get sucked into trying to appease people. And that's something that like, I'm again coming to realize, like, I want to do things for God and not because I want to be accepted by people, Muslim or non-Muslim. Like the Muslim community is not going to like the stuff that I do. The non-Muslim community is not going to like the stuff that I do. But the people that resonate with your message are going to be the people that you want to be around anyway. So
right. And we have someone here from the audience who makes a very good point. Like, why can't the hijabi just act in that role, and it doesn't matter what that role is. She's just acting, and so it doesn't matter if that role is is somebody else who doesn't wear hijab. It's like somebody who doesn't wear hijab acting as though they wear hijab. It's all acting.
Right.
So she's trying to say, like, just take ownership of it. But I love what you're doing, Mariam, and I know you have another hidden talent, which is what I want to explore in this next quick segment here before we move on to our next guest, Athir, which is just some random rapping, like
rapping.
I'd like to do some improvised everyday sing-along musical rapping, if possible, like Hamilton. I was just thinking of musicals. Hamilton came to mind. Because we talked about you kind of doing the mundane tasks, the everyday, bringing it to life. Maybe we could do a little show tune.
Okay.
About going to the grocery store.
Going to the grocery store.
Yeah.
That's all you're gonna give me?
She does very often.
Yes. I know you go to the grocery store. You're a mother of 2, like myself. So we're always there. We're always there.
Yeah, it's more therapy for me. I like to just go wander the aisles and get out of the house.
Yeah, a little fresh air next to the carrots. So
she doesn't even have groceries. She just goes there to stand in the aisle and vent.
I just go there to read the magazines, to be honest.
Do those still exist?
With gloves on. I'm still one of those people that sits in the aisles and is like, oh my God, what's going on in People magazine or like Vogue? Like,
just buy the darn magazine.
Don't tell me what to do, Mariam.
That's a deeper issue of her ignorance.
So maybe I could start off the tune like, yeah, I'm in. Where do you want to be? You want to
do like a rap battle? Go back and forth?
Yes. Yes. Cool. Let's do it. Yes. I am not going to be great at this, but I'm going to tell myself I am. I'm going to put on the universe.
Okay.
Yes.
We got to give you our official rap names as the resident Black person here.
Yes.
I have to give you Okay, official rap names. Okay, so you
right.
gonna be Yaz Money. Okay,
Oh,
you know you
yes.
get money in the streets. Okay,
Yes.
Yaz Money.
Get paid.
And
Yes.
and let me see, Mariam. Let me see. You got the red lipstick going on. Okay, and then you grew up a white girl with a little bit of edge. I'm gonna call you M Dog. You
M-Dog.
M Dog and
Okay.
Yaz Money.
Okay, got it. Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
the one and
All
only.
right.
What
We need a
M.
beat.
I got the beat.
I'm gonna do all of it.
Who wants to go first? Okay.
She has money in the building. She walking Harris Teeter. You don't gotta look at her. She ain't no cheater.
Ooh.
She gonna buy all the things that your household needs. Little toilet paper and the little chocolate rings.
Boom.
All right, go,
Okay,
go.
all right.
M Dog. What's she? M Dog.
M Dog is next.
M Dog. Yeah, M Dog.
All right.
Boom, 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 boom.
So they call me M-Dog.
Boom,
I
boom,
guess that's my name.
boom,
I'm not trying to sit here, not trying to claim fame.
Ooh.
But when I walk down these streets
boom, boom,
in my neighborhood,
boom, boom,
all the neighbors coming out saying, "Yo, what's good?"
boom, boom.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
M-Dog, M-Dog.
M Dog. M Dog. M Money. M Money. No, wait. I'm Yaz Money.
Yaz
Yaz Money. Yaz Money. Yaz Money. You better learn. Oh, honey.
Right now, that was better than any Nicki Minaj
Oh,
and
yeah.
any Lil Kim rap that I ever heard.
I mean,
Throw
I
that
mean,
out.
I could do that kind of stuff, but this is a family show. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. This what we want though. It's better this way. Okay, we don't need
I
to
want to talk. I want to be like a dojo cat. You know, like Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, kind of
Okay.
rapper.
a Doja Cat, if you will.
Oh, has that been done yet? Is there like a hijabi like
Mona Hyder is the only one that I know of.
NSF rapper?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's also Misunderstood. Misunderstood, and she's actually on Netflix. Yeah, she's on a Netflix show right now.
Oh, that's awesome. I remember meeting her 20-some years ago.
Understood. Yeah.
A long time ago.
She's
Yeah.
she's from New York.
Good. She was like a local legend here.
She is a local.
Oh, wow.
She's a local New York legend. Don't act like Philly is New York.
Okay.
Step off
We're
for a
sisters.
second.
We're neighbors.
But yeah, she's actually
She's the
great.
original. She's the original before any of these other.
Yes.
Oh yeah. You got Sister Keelana. You ever heard of Sister Keelana?
I have heard of her. Yes.
Yeah, Sister Keelana. But Misunderstood is like the OG of the Muslim female rappers.
Yes.
Yeah, she's been in the game. So shout out to Misunderstood. Well, you
I
guys
love you.
are great. If I had just scored between you, I'm gonna go ahead and say it was an even tie.
Okay, I'll take it.
All right,
A draw.
yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
And even if you said one of us won, the other one would be like, "No, you're prettier. No, you're the best. No, you're better." That's why women don't start wars.
So I thought that y'all clearly both shop at the same place.
Oh yeah, hijab glamour. Thank you so much, Miriam, for your enlightened talk and for sharing with us all of your many talents.
Thank you guys for having me. Thank you, Penny Appeal, and make sure you guys donate to Giving Tuesday.
Yes, and you are you're part Lebanese, right?
Yes, I'm part many things. So I don't know that I classify as a white girl.
Okay.
No, it's okay. Half my family is white, so I can make fun of them.
Oh, okay. Well, you are okay.
White girl. That's fine.
Embrace
Go ahead.
it. That means
it's funny though, because when I tell my mom like, "Oh, white people," she's like, "Why do you have to say white people?" I don't like it. I'm like, because you are a white person.
She's like, no, don't characterize us that way.
Yeah.
I understand.
Because that means that you have excellent credit. I apologize.
Oh, that means you sway elections. It's a big deal.
No, it just means that half my family is colonizers, and we gotta just kind of not.
I didn't want to take it there, but I'm glad M Dog. You know what? That just took her a level above. I'm gonna give her the trophy.
That was raw. That was raw.
Isn't that ironic? The colonizing side, and then like the Middle Eastern side that was colonized.
Yeah,
and
man.
Parents met and got married. Like what was that? I don't know. We're off on a tangent. I think it's time for me to say goodbye.
Well, I just want to say that the Giving Tuesday campaign is actually going to Lebanon. So, I really hope that everyone who's watching can give even a little bit to this PAUSA.org Giving Tuesday link that you see at the bottom. You can donate, and it goes to the relief efforts in Lebanon after the tragic explosion there. It kind of revealed what was already kind of a country that, according to the UN, still, half of the country, almost half of the country lives below the poverty line. Wow. So let's try to, come together here. I know I had said that Penny Peel USA has delivered over 2,100 food packets to families to eat. It's helped build 10 homes. It's building 30 more. It's also helped over 30 families pay their rent for at least 3 months just to keep them afloat and to keep them going. So, nice. I thank you so much for Miriam for being on here. And I hope that people can take all of this enthusiasm and donate to a good cause on Giving Tuesday. Have a great day.
Right, thank you guys.
Bye. Oh man, Moses, that was like M-Doggerific.
That was M-Doggerific. First of all, can you give me can we get some claps for my beatboxing?
Oh my God. That was sick.
Thank you.
It was so on point.
I didn't want to perpetuate the stereotype that every Black person could beatbox. That's why, but I happen to be very good at it.
You are so good at it, and you didn't skip a beat. And I'm really excited about our next guest.
Should we bring her right in?
Bring her right on.
Let's do it. The one, the only. First off, real quick. I was exposed to Athir probably about 3 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. I don't know. We worked together in Chicago. We brought her out to Chicago. Me and Preacher Moss, man, we did a show out there, like a midnight comedy show.
Awesome.
She was freaking hilarious. I loved her. And then I think we may have even worked together in New York at something before.
I was at that show in Chicago. That's where I met her too.
That's where I met her at. Yeah, she was hilarious.
We were both there.
Like the very next year, I was like, look, I'm gonna work with you again. We put some tours together like some months later after that. And then me and her toured together with Penny Peel, actually. Penny Peel USA. She was hilarious. She's burning up all throughout the New York circuit, man. She does like all the comedy clubs and everything. She's hilarious.
That's right.
I love her. Let's get her in here.
Oh, that was such a nice welcome. I miss both of you.
How are you, my friend? Are you in New York? Looks like your New York setup. Yes. Hello. How is New York?
It's fine. I was in Alabama for the quarantine, but I'm back in New York.
Okay. Well, I'm happy that you escaped south. No one ever says that.
Right? Well,
everyone's always escaping
New York to the south for refuge.
Yes.
Besides my parents.
That's
I
true.
never make that mistake.
You guys have Alabama heritage.
Snowbirds. Yes. So she's from Birmingham, like I said before, which is incredible.
But I'm not half white. I'm 100% Palestinian. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if I'm going to keep it as halal. I'm definitely not keeping as halal as Maryam. I was like, whoa. We won't have to take a turn. I'm glad she went first. Warming up the crowd.
We're so happy to have you. We know that you're a stand-up comedian, but you do a lot of different things. You're also a certified dietitian, nutritionist, right?
Oh.
So cool. She wears many hats. And I kind of wanted to ask you a little bit about how has it been on the comedy scene in New York now that you're back? Are things coming back slowly? Are people doing outdoor shows? I know that there are some outdoor shows happening.
Yeah, well, like New York comics especially are so relentless. Like comics in general, like we'll perform anywhere. Like give us a closet, whatever. And so like when I came back, there were all these like outdoor shows, and I was like, yeah, I'll perform on a rooftop, like on a whatever, on someone's ledge, on like a boat, like as we're moving. Sure, as long as there's like outdoors and there's like stage time, I'll do it all. And then I had like a backyard show going on for a little bit, but then now that things are like getting it's really cold, there are a few more like outdoor shows. It's just it's weird. It's a different atmosphere altogether, but I'm grateful that I was able to do it at all. I didn't expect to come back to it like so quickly, but I've also been doing like a bunch of Zoom shows, which has been cool. Interesting. It can go either way with the Zoom.
As entertainers, we know that doing virtual Zoom sometime is like hit or miss.
Very hit or miss. Sometimes you have people who are like muted the whole time, and you're like,
am I bombing? Or
am I talking to anybody? Like, what's happening?
Hello, can anyone see me? Am I frozen? That's the worst when people think that when you're like, I'm frozen, it's like, oh no, people are just not laughing. And then, or there's a lag time. It's like
it's like people are actually they're just at home. They're watching TV while it's on, while this is
you
on.
you don't account for the lag time when you're in clubs. You don't.
So true.
That's the time when people are not, when it's quiet in the audience and your joke didn't go over. That's the only lag.
Exactly. Or they didn't get it, or for a few seconds, but but with Zoom, it's just technical issues.
So true. So I know that you've been also busy during the quarantine doing this cool podcast.
Yes.
Yeah. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. So I've had this podcast for a couple of years, but then I was kind of like on hiatus for a year, and then I have a new co-host who's a comedian, Amama Sardar. She's Pakistani, and we like decided during the quarantine, we're like, hey, let's just do it. Let's just continue doing it, because we were actually talking about it right before the pandemic, and we were supposed to do like we were talking to different clubs to have our show there, like a live show there with the comics from the podcast. But the podcast, it interviews. It's me and Amama Sardar. We interview other comedians and artists, musicians, any like people of color that have interesting, careers. And
people of color.
Yeah, and then sorry?
I like the people of color line.
He likes that.
It resonates with me.
He likes that.
Basically, we couldn't just put non-whites.
There we go. Let's just take it back to the 50s. This is color to non-color.
Yeah. We want to be inclusive, but they have enough platforms,
Yeah. And so people are asking, like, what area of New York do you perform? They'd love to come out to one of your shows.
Oh, thanks. Okay, well, now that it's cold, I have no idea. But if you go to my Instagram, if you follow me at Athir Yaqub, I always post my shows in the stories. So yeah,
cool. I love New York Comedy Club. First off, do you have a favorite club that you perform in? Because every club in New York is different, because the audience is different. New York was the first place that I did comedy where like y'all shows start at like 12 o'clock at night.
So true.
In Philly, our shows are ending at that time. So New York comics will do 5 or 6 shows a night, starting at 10 or 11 o'clock. But do you have a favorite club?
I think because this was like the first major club that I performed in, and the Arab American Comedy Fest was there, and it was Gotham, and the management is awesome, and I just really love Gotham. That place is just really cool energy. Yeah, Gotham Comedy Club.
Great. I did a show. I used to do shows back there with the Gotham. What was it called? It was called the Mixtape Comedy Show with Anthony Anderson and Royale Watkins early on in my career.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gotham is bomb. Like it's like comedic. It's like a mecca. It's like comedic gold.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I've been there. Yeah, and I was like looking up at the walls, and there was like all these great comedians, man, up there.
On my picture up there on the side of the.
Your picture is right next to the garbage can.
Yeah. I actually printed one out
into the dumpster.
And stuck it there. That was the only space I could find. It's not even framed.
You've always had my back, Athira. Thank you.
Thank you. It's up there. If anyone asks, it's up there. How it got up there, don't ask.
Let's play a game with Athira.
I do want to play a game. That's exactly what I was transitioning to. Okay, Athira, we have 2 games for you. One of them is called Lyrically Yours, and the other one is going to be called Name That Nerd. Which one do you want to play first?
Oh, I'm lyrically challenged, but sure. I have to name what? The thing? The
song.
Name? Okay. Go for
name
it.
the song. Okay, here we go. You have my heart, and we'll never be worlds apart. Maybe in magazines, but you'll still be my star. Baby, because in the dark, you can't see shiny cars.
Oh, wait. The light. Nope.
You're close. And that's when you need me there with you.
Carrie? Fireworks? No, that's not
almost no. With you. Another big
fireworks. You've not said fireworks once, and yet.
Yeah. With you, I'll always share, because when the sun shines, we shine together. Told you I'll be here forever. Said I'll always be. Under your
spell. Guys, I'm lyrically challenged. I'm telling you.
Who sings a song about umbrellas?
Oh, Rihanna.
You have my heart, and we'll never be worlds apart. Maybe in magazines, but you'll still be my star.
Wait, Rihanna? Is that what it is?
Rihanna, Umbrella. I can't believe Moses got that.
You
All
didn't
right.
get to that.
I
But
know.
then you would have said it.
I should have been
Everyone
like,
knows that song by
and
that.
it goes,
wouldn't have gotten
Ella,
it.
Ella,
You could have said
Ella,
it. You could have, without the music, I don't know. You could have kept saying Ella, 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 and I would have not gotten it.
Okay, you know what? For the next one, you guys, I think I'm just gonna sing the song. That might help, right? It'll be helper. Okay.
The Fears lyrically challenged.
Okay. She from Malibu, Malibu. If you ain't got a foreign, she ain't laugh at you. Malibu, Malibu. Spending daddy's money with attitude. You know the
I
song?
don't know who sings it, but I'm guessing it's called Malibu.
It's no.
Attitude.
It's not that obvious. It's Roxanne, Roxanne.
No idea.
Is that Roxanne back in the day?
No, it's a remake. It's like
I'm
a little
really
remake
embarrassed
with a little trap beat.
with this game.
It's called by Andrew Zervis, Roxanne. Okay, here's the last one because she is not good at this.
19 years.
You guys, I don't know. I told you. I'm sorry. Should I be good at? I told you. Do you want me to prepare? I study. I'm a nerd, so hopefully I know the next nerds.
I love you. I love you. No, okay, you're gonna get all the nerds. Okay, this is gonna be the last song I'm gonna do, and then we'll go straight to the nerds. Okay. You couldn't turn around till we're upside down. I'll be the bad guy now, but no, I ain't too proud. I couldn't be there even when I try. You don't believe it. We do this every time. Seasons change and our love went cold.
I don't even know. I don't know.
Neither.
You know why? Because he's so auto-tuned. He's so auto-tuned. No. Seasons change and our love went cold. We feed the flame because we can't let go.
It's not ringing. It's not ringing a chord.
Not one single bell.
Alone circles.
I have
Doesn't
no
matter.
idea.
That was lame.
You told me flat out.
That was lame.
Are we losing the listeners right now?
We're losing them. Okay, let's keep going.
Wait, it's getting better. Hold on.
Okay, guys. Athir Yaqub, you will be shown several 90s nerd photos. It is your job to tell me who this 90s nerd is. Are you ready? Who is this 90s nerd?
Ross Geller, played by David Schwimmer.
Wow!
I never noticed that y'all kind of favor a little. Has anyone ever told you this?
Who?
You and Ross actually favor just a smidge.
Because everyone thinks that I'm Jewish and he's Jewish. Everyone
makes sense. Those are your cousins. Those are your cousins.
He's my cousin.
There we go.
Okay, I love it. Okay. And obviously from Friends. Okay, are you ready for the next one?
Yep. Hit me.
All right, here we go, because you're doing so much better at this.
Oh, Steve Urkel from Family Matters. Played by Jaleel White.
Oh my God, she's so good. This is the game we should be playing the whole time.
Well, it was Steve Urkel, but what was his other? What was the
Stefan Urkel?
Wow, she knew it, and she even put the Urkel on there. Do you see that? The little accent at the end. Okay, here's the next one. Name that 90s nerd.
Oh, Carlton from Fresh Prince.
Carlton what? What's his last name?
What's their last name? Oh my God.
Where we keep our money.
Oh, wait, Banks.
Yeah, Mr. Banks. That's right. Banks. So it's Carlton Banks, played by Alfonso.
I forget his real. I don't know his real name.
I think it's Alfonso White. I can't remember.
Ribeiro.
Okay.
Alfonso Ribeiro. Close enough.
Is that his name? Okay. I don't even know. Okay. Next one. This one's hard.
Ooh.
Wait, you're frozen. Hold on. Ooh. Okay, I know that kid, but I forget from where.
Yes.
That's Minkus.
Yes, that's right. It's Moses. People called him Minkus.
That's Minkus from Boy Meets World.
You got it. Stuart Minkus from Boy Meets World.
I was like, where did I see it?
You were doing
so well. I did not see these ahead of time. Just so you know, I did not see these ahead of time.
You really didn't. I made these games up.
Me and Moses are on a team.
Name that 90s nerd.
Wait. Closer? I don't know who that is.
Bring a little closer.
I don't know who that is.
No.
Come on, guys.
Who is that?
He's wearing a sweater here. He was an alien.
Is that Mork and Mindy? I don't know.
It's from Third Rock from the Sun. That's Harry Solomon.
I didn't watch it.
I didn't watch
Third Rock from the Sun.
I didn't watch it. Sorry.
All right. Who's this?
Can we get
90s nerd? That's
From
right.
Full
That's
House.
Kimmy Gibbler from Full House, played by, we have no idea.
I had the biggest crush on Kimmy Gibbler.
Really?
That is more information that I thought you would share.
I
Really?
have to throw that out there. Kimmy was the one for me.
She was so skinny.
I like
skinny.
girls that don't have it all there. I don't know why.
Because they're easily controlled.
That I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to
This
say
combo
it.
took a turn.
Disgusting. All right, the final one is it's a layup. This is a layup.
Oh, Screech?
Yes.
Played by Dustin Diamond from Saved by the Bell.
Ooh,
You got it. Woo!
whatever happened? I want to know whatever happened to Screech because he hasn't been seen since Saved by the
Did
Bell.
he have like a drug problem and like kill somebody recently?
He had a major drug problem and has definitely been involved with the law.
Like a hit and run or something or stabbing. I don't know.
So you
I don't
know,
know. I don't want to.
they just rebooted Saved by the Bell, and I hear all the original cast have come back except Screech.
Except for him. Except for Screech.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
You guys, he's 43 now, just so you know.
Oh man, he doesn't look a deal with 42. Okay. Athir, were you a nerd growing up?
I mean, yeah, I didn't know it. I didn't categorize myself as one. So as a true nerd. Yeah, I guess.
I think that's one of the prerequisites of being a nerd is that you have to acknowledge and know the fact that you're nerdy.
Yes.
I mean, now I do. I embrace my nerdiness, but I balanced it out with a little more coolness. But
You don't wear glasses. Almost every nerd you showed there, I would say probably majority of them.
I refused to wear glasses to like in college. I needed glasses. I didn't even realize. And then I just wore them when I was driving. I wear contacts, but
well, Screech never wore glasses.
That's true. Kimmy
Gibbler never wore glasses.
Steve Urkel wore glasses faithfully.
Ross never wore glasses, and he was a
I'm
paleontologist.
I'm a Ross nerd.
I disproved the rumor, I guess, because I wear glasses and I'm very stupid. So it doesn't really dictate your smartness.
But no, you try to look smart by wearing glasses. Is that it?
Just so you guys know that Dustin Diamond in 2014 was arrested and then 2015 convicted of pulling out a switchblade at a bar.
That's it. I said knife or something. Yeah.
Where someone was stabbed. So you were correct. Look how nerdy. Look how nerdy you are. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Switchblade. Yeah. Come on.
So you knew it. You knew it. Okay, so Athir, tell me what is going on for you in terms of thinking about 2021. What do you want to do with your comedy career moving into 2021? What's your goals?
Have it. Keep it.
Okay, good.
Have one. Comedy career. No. Well, I really like to grow the podcast, and I'm also working on a web series, trying to pitch a TV show. Me and my co-producer Isa Fatima, and it's called Muslim Girls DTF Discuss Their Faith. Calm down, haram please. So like, you guys can follow us. Yeah. So we've been pitching this project. It's going to be like a 30-minute sketch show, kind of like a Black lady sketch show, but for like Muslim women, and just kind of, laughing about the things that we go through. And just just showing also the diversity in Muslim women, that we're not all the same. So like the cast and the writers are all just different, Muslim women, their backgrounds, all of that. So and the whole point is to help, make it a pipeline to like lift other like Muslim women, because there's not a lot of like, I don't know, in the career in Hollywood, all that. Like there aren't these roles for us. So we're like, we have to write them. That's like,
and create them. Right.
Versions of yourself or characters?
They're characters. I'm also working on my own TV show, like a couple of pilots that I'm writing right now. So I've been really like heavily kind of like in the time since I haven't been performing, going out and having to physically, spend all night out in New York, I can actually spend time writing at night. So I've been trying to use that time to just do whatever I can to like kind of beef up my like writing stuff, and then just kind of submit that. So yeah, we're excited about the Muslim Girls DTF project and see where it goes. But we are going to do a digital second series. So look out soon, inshallah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited.
And I know it's been recognized. I know it's been recognized a little bit, right? The series. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we went through, well, a couple of things actually kind of happened at once, like right before the pandemic. Isa and I had applied for the Laughter Lab, which is a really cool incubator that supports projects like, any like film, TV projects that have a social justice kind of cause associated with it. So for us, it was about, again, like not seeing Muslim women. Muslim women are just seen as like, it's like the characters that Isa would go out for in auditions, because she's an actress, would be like terrorist number two's girlfriend, and it would be like foreign woman mumbling in a hijab, and like just like ridiculous things. So that was kind of the impetus behind like making these sketches, right, with all these like ridiculous roles that like Muslim women are asked to do, and not really having any kind of like nuanced portrayal of us. So we really want to do it, obviously in a funny way, because you don't want to scare people off, and you kind of want, when people laugh, then they can kind of let their defenses down. But with the Laughter Lab, it was like an incubator to help us pitch our project, and we won final 10. So we got to pitch it to all these like networks who were like,
so amazing. It's so
cool,
amazing.
but also like really hard, because again, they're like, well, this isn't like like if it can't fit their like mindset of like what's already like, they're kind of like they have to kind of be like loyal to their demographic in some ways, and then like don't know where to place us. And like, I'm like, yeah, we're having to kind of like make this space for ourselves, which I'm like down with, because that's what we have to do. Someone's got to, do it and keep doing it and keep expanding and keep like bringing people in. So after that, we also submitted this project to the Roddenberry Foundation. So we got a small grant to create a writer's room to create the digital series. And then we got another one from ISFP, the Islamic Scholarship Fund. Yeah. And so
I saw it there. That's so cool.
Yeah.
So
Isa, bless her heart, did most of the work on that. So it's been really exciting. Now we just I've had like some writer's room going on, and also I quit my job.
I didn't know that. Wow. Okay.
Woo!
Okay,
in September, because I was like, I need to focus on comedy, and I didn't have enough time. But I still like have, I'm still a nutritionist. I consult for myself, but I quit my day job, not a slave to the corporate world.
When you quit your day job, that's when you know that you're going to make it. You got to go through a season of ramen noodles daily for dinner before you.
Marion did that too.
I love ramen so much.
Career path for you.
When I was a kid, I'd eat it every day. I could still eat it every day. I might eat it tonight. No,
I love that I love that a nutritionist is saying that. So that makes me feel better about my ramen noodle obsession too.
This is ramen.
That's what you're drinking. Okay. So tell me a little bit about kind of like we're wrapping up the show, a little bit about the podcast, and kind of what kind of people you like to interview, what your goals are with that, and then we'll wrap it up.
Yeah, so the podcast kind of started out for similar reasons. We're like, there aren't really podcasts that like talk about or interview, like there aren't voices of other POC artists, and we're like, there's so many interesting people. How can we never hear about them? Where are they? And so we were like, okay, I just want to interview the people in my circle that I genuinely find funny and cool. And then we got like bigger people, and then like musicians, and like people reached out to us, and they like really liked what we were doing. And it was just really cool hearing honestly from other like Muslim women like relating to us, and like because like you grew up in Alabama too, so you understand like we had no one to really relate to, or like third culture, and your parents being like, it's such a weird world. So we try to we have like funny games that we play, like Keeping Up with the Caucasians, where we talk about things that white people do, whether we as brown people also do those things. And so so yeah, we'll have you guys on, and then we'll do a little trivia, turn the tables around.
Oh yes. What do you think about that, Moses?
Put us in the hot advice segment. So we definitely have to have you on for a specialty too, just for.
Oh my God, I would love to. Yes, it's what I do kind of on the side. I'll do a little.
keeping up with the Caucasians.
That's really funny.
That's
Original, totally original.
So good, Athir. Well, we're so excited for you. I'm so proud of you. You're going to continue to shine. I hope that all of your dreams come true, the comedy dreams, and then also just the representation dreams that you're doing, because those are the kinds of projects that we need. We need to see that representation. It really does matter. And, our previous guest, Miriam, also kind of quit her day job to do the comedy thing full time, and then the quarantine hit. So the fact that you did it in the middle of the quarantine just shows how brave you are. So we wish you very, very much success. Isn't it so interesting how people, when they can't peg you, when they can't put you in that box, you kind of get stuck a little bit. So I hope that you can create so many topless, sideless, like no boxes, that you're just creating your own new space. I know I said topless. I know I said topless.
Where did that come from?
He pointed it out.
I'm just saying,
the sky.
I want her to see, like, there's no limit. Exactly.
Yeah.
There's no limit. She doesn't have to fit into a box. She can create
Don't box
her own
me in.
path. Yeah, don't box me in.
Person.
Not topless. She's boxless.
I'm topped. I'm halal.
You're halal but unboxed.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
there
in a box
She's
now
unboxed
on your screen, but I'm not in a box figuratively. But follow me at Athir Yakub. I'll be funny with what I just said. All right.
Follow her on IG, and can we wherever podcasts are
the No Fly List.
No Fly List is what it's
No
called.
Fly List Pod. But if you go to my Instagram, it links to all my podcasts.
And then the Muslim Girls ETF. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate you. Bye. Be safe. Have fun. Hugs, Athir. So both me and Moses have toured with Athir, and she's just as lovely to tour with. And I really hope that you guys can check out her stuff. Please post this video to Facebook to share. We really hope it will be up there for people to share.
But we got to plug once again. Today is a special day.
It is a special day.
It is Giving Tuesday. Today is the day where we can give. We've given, and of our time. We've given of our talents. But we want to give to those that are in need, because it is Giving Tuesday, and we do have a crisis that was going on in Lebanon. pausa.org/Giving Tuesday. We are collecting donations for the people that were affected by what was like the big explosion that was there in Lebanon. So many different families have been displaced. So many children have lost their families and lost their parents. There's still to this day, there are children that have been orphaned because of this disaster that happened in Lebanon, and they need resources, right? They need clothing, they need shelter, they need food. They also, even outside of those basic necessities, that a lot of times people that they don't realize that they need hygiene products as well. We need those things for the children, for the females, right? They need medical supplies and medical equipment. So it is Tuesday, and we want to give whatever you can give. $5, $10, $50, $25, $100. We need the donations, because these donations will help get these people and these families back on their feet. You can go to pausa.org/Giving Tuesday.
Yes. And thank you guys so much for watching, and just, and going through sort of people's lives. It's kind of incredible to share, from a comedic perspective, from a performance perspective, people's struggles and the very different types of obstacles that they go up against here in the entertainment industry. So it's really nice to be able to have this platform through Penny Peel USA. And, one of the major reasons why Penny Peel USA does this is because it wants people to laugh. It wants people to have a good time, but it also wants to remind people that a part of having that shared experience is understanding that other people are not as privileged. Other people don't have those same opportunities. And we want to figure out ways that are sustainable to help, unravel and stop cyclical poverty. So what's so heartbreaking about the explosion at the port there in Lebanon, in Beirut, is that it revealed some structural, other deeper issues within Lebanese society. Again, according to the UN, nearly half of the population lives below the poverty line. Tripoli, which is one of the major cities in Lebanon, 60% of the population live on less than $1 a day. Lebanon has gone through a lot of, obviously, a civil war. It's rebuilt from that, a lot of political strife. And then taking on a heavy refugee population after the Syrian conflict, and the civil war that from the uprising that started there, and then Palestinian refugees that have been in Lebanon for many years. And the Lebanese have done a lot to try to stand with their Palestinian brothers and sisters. So we hope that you can help by standing with them and supporting the life-saving work that Penny Peel is doing. Again, over 2,100 food packets delivered to families, over 30 families having their rent paid so that they can keep a roof over their head, and now homes being rebuilt, 10 homes already being rebuilt, over 30 in the pipeline. We can't do without your support. PAUSA.org, Giving Tuesday. Remember that this is the time to amplify your giving. And this is the time to do it right now. Don't wait. Don't wait for 1 second to think, oh, well, maybe I won't think about it or whatever. It could be those $5 or those $10 or those $15 may seem insignificant to you, but they are extremely heavy. They will weigh very heavy for you, hopefully on your scales in the last hour, and where you need that shade. Thank you so much, James, for giving. Such a lovely man. And if we're not asking you to have to give something big. Penny Appeal has always been based on giving something small to make a really big difference.
Makes a big difference.
That's it. Small change. And it can be just sustained giving. So if you can be a sustained giver of $10 a month, for example, that matters. That is going to matter a lot more than maybe the $150 donation that you're going to give today. So just think about that. Think about becoming a monthly donor, and you can easily sign up to do that at PAUSA.org. And we hope that, how can you physically get involved? Great question, Hijabi Chronicles. Team Orange is a volunteer service within Penny Appeal USA. All you have to do is go to pennyappealusa.org, and you will see how to join the local Team Orange in your area. And they've like popped up in different cities, major metropolitan areas, and they have young people and older people involved. So there's no limit to anybody who can volunteer their time. There's really cool projects, for example, in Charlotte at like a domestic violence shelter. There's cool programs in Texas that help with immigrant populations there. There's cool programs. In Chicago, there's programs in New York. So just go to PAUSA.org to be a part of Team Orange, to get physically involved. We're so happy that you all stuck around, and we hope that you give today on Giving Tuesday, and that you give in a sustained way. Something small and sustained is prophetic. That is a deeply prophetic thing. Make sure that you follow in those footsteps. Be like Halima Aden, and stand for something, and make sure that, the thing that you love is prophetic, and be like the lovely women that we just saw today, Mike, Miriam, and like Athir, and of course, like Moses.
Be like Yaz Guru. Yes, what do you have coming up? What's next for you? Tell the people.
You can find me Yaz Guru on Instagram. Yaz Guru. You can find me yazguru.com, but yazguru.com is kind of, it's lamer. It's lamer than finding me on.
You be proud of your website.
Thank you. You can go there. It's fine. But you can go to my YouTube. I have Yaz Guru YouTube. I have Yaz Laughs, which is my YouTube also, where I do comedic videos. But Instagram is where to find me on the most up-to-date stuff. Thanks for your time. We really appreciate you guys being out here, and thank you for all that you guys do. We love you very much, and we have nothing but the deepest amount of respect for you guys, joining us until the end. And Moses, tell me, is there a project that you and I are going to be working on pretty soon?
Absolutely. Okay. Of course. I hope you guys enjoyed me. It's your boy. You already know. Okay. International comedian, actor, activist, mechanic, accountant, wizard, werewolf. I wear a lot of hats. I wear a lot of
vampire.
Vampire, half vampire. MosesTheComic.com.
He's got the vid. He's got the vid, y'all. He's bionic. Okay. He's got all the antibodies. He's got all the antibodies.
But I have the vid.
Just the vid 19.
Just the vid. But we have some great projects coming up. I'm working on a web series right now. Yaz and I are working on some stuff together.
That's right.
All my up-to-date information will be on MosesTheComic.com. We even have some merchandise on there. Of course, unapologetically Muslim, unapologetically Muslima. So you guys there, check that stuff out, man. But we just appreciate you guys being here. We appreciate everybody that donated on this Giving Tuesday. And even if you can't, I always tell people this, even if you can't donate monetary, you can donate by sharing the cause.
That's right.
In itself, you may not be able to donate, but someone in your circle maybe can donate. So you can share the link for PAUSA.org/Giving Tuesday or PAUSA.org You can share the website. They can go to the website and see all of the different campaigns and things that Penny Pill is working on. Share. If you can't give, share the link with someone who can in your circles, so we can please rebuild these affected communities in Lebanon.
Thank you all for your time. Have a wonderful night, and we'll see you, you know, on the grind, man.
Did you not speak a bit of mañana?
Mañana.
Do you know what that means?
I think it means yesterday. No, it means tomorrow.
I thought it meant menu, meaning bring my menu now.
I thought it meant filet.
Hungry.
Mañana.
Filet mañana. Okay. Or Nikki mañana.
Ooh, Nikki mañana. Just keep going.
I like that.
Nikki mañana. I like her better.
I want you to stick to Arabic and broken English. That's probably the best bet for you.
And I want you to stick to just eating, because that's good for you. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna when the broadcast ends. I'm not only am I gonna cry, but I'm gonna have a cheesecake in your honor.
I'm jealous.
No wit.
Maybe cheesesteak, no wit. Be well. Thank you all. Assalamu alaikum, everybody.